One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. Lone Star Sports and Entertainment General Manager and Advocare V100 Texas Bowl Executive Director David Fletcher was our guest yesterday on One Question. This is part 2 of that conversation. Just to get you up to speed, yesterday's segment touched on how early David and his team go out and see and engage with schools that could land in the bowl game later in the football season, as well as the community impact of his event in Houston. Today's segment centers on Lone Star Sports and Entertainment's alignment with NFL Houston Texans owner Bob McNair and the other events that are on David's plate on an annual basis. I think one thing you just hit on there is a point that maybe mainstream media misses when they want to go on their tangent about, there's too many bowl games. Well, you take away bowl games and you take away community impact. You take away the student-athlete experience, which is about far more than the game when you talk about bowl games. So I'm glad you touched on that. To close us up, so the Advocare V100 Texas Bowl is owned by ESPN. It is managed by you guys at Lone Star Sports and Entertainment, which is owned in turn by Houston Texans owner Bob McNair, as is the team. What unique aspects are on your plate on a daily basis, given that you have a couple of different, not reporting lines, but a couple of different management of events and games there in Houston that's also very much part of the Houston Texans ethos?
Yeah, we certainly have a very unique and I would argue a pretty fun setup down here in Houston. We do get a chance to be a part of the NFL franchise here in Houston and everything that is around that. So we're a year-round entity. What definitely makes us a little bit different from some of our colleagues is that we are involved in events beyond just the bowl game or just the college football space. Lone Star Sports and Entertainment is actively involved in the events production business, and with that we've made a real focus on particularly college football, but also international soccer. So here in Houston, our season started really back in June this past year with Copa America Centenario, huge international soccer event played in the United States for the first time, and we had 3 major events, 3 monster events here at NRG. So, with that, we've got some responsibilities that certainly put us in a position to be more involved than just what we do in the college football space. But it provides for an exciting opportunity. What the NFL relationship does for our events is something that I think is really unique. You're starting to see more NFL teams see a value in the relationships that are provided through college events. Cowboys have been involved in the Labor Day side for years and a number of other events throughout the year, the A&M Arkansas game, the Baylor Texas Tech matchup. So Cowboys have been involved. You see the Lions the last couple of years and their involvement in the Quick Lane Bowl and what that's been able to do for that community in a positive way. And now the 49ers getting involved out in San Francisco. Certainly from an NFL perspective, it provides additional touch points for season ticket holders, for fans in those communities to be aligned with the organization. And that's no different here in Houston. From our perspective and our events, it opens up a tremendous marketing platform to be able to really target core sports fans in this market. And again, going back to what we talked about previously, Matt, do great things in our community, which is one of the pillars of our organization. The impact that the Advocare V100 Texas Bowl and the Advocare Texas Kickoff have beyond just the game day experience is significant exposure for our city and opportunities for our hospitality community to showcase and shine on the big stage. Economically, over $100 million in direct economic impact come from those 2 games each year, which is something that is certainly very well received to our local economy. And then the impact we're able to make on a charity partner, I mentioned DePelchin Children's Center. We've raised over $1 million since our inception directly for that organization and been able to provide experiences for the families that are associated with that. And those type of things are priceless. You just can't imagine the impact that those events have. They're just football games in some people's capacities, and for us, they're a lot more than that. They do great things for Houston, and that's something we're really proud about.
And that's today's One Question, brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. One Question is designed to give D1 Ticker subscribers valuable insights on how executive leaders in college athletics think about key issues on their respective campuses, in their departments, or within their leagues and conferences. One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.